am Angela, and I am the Director of Live Streams at St. John's in the Lake. I am responsible for the day-to-day operations of our department, staff, and programming. I'm also responsible to make sure that we are meeting the code when it comes to programming and paperwork for the state of Wisconsin. Finally, I'm responsible for creating, enforcing, and following the department and company policies. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about social media. It has its place and benefits, however, it can also cause issues, especially in the workplace. It can be used as a great marketing tool for recruiting, promoting, and advertising your business. It can be a great way to keep your employees and customers up to date. Often the advertising is free, and the potential can reach a variety of people, especially the younger generations. However, it also has the potential to cause problems for not only the employer, but also the employee. Oftentimes people get caught up in the hype of social media and post things that could not only be damaging to themselves, but also to their employment. It can also cause dissension amongst the employees, especially if a fellow employee posts something about another employee or the employer. It can also portray a reputation that you may not be trying to portray. It's easily to mistake things that are posted and misinterpret them. So today I'm going to talk about the use of social media, the appropriate use of social media, especially outside of the workplace. Companies have clear policies covering workplace and the use of social media. However, outside the workplace is less clear, and the potential for inappropriate use of social media is greatly increases. Inappropriate use by healthcare workers can violate certain laws, including HIPAA, and can lead to termination. So I just want to cover some of the basics policies that most companies have in place, and it's always good to abide by these, regardless if it's a post about a company or a personal post. Keep in mind that you are responsible for your actions. We do encourage you to get online and have fun, but use sound judgment and common sense. Remember that everything you post about us not only reflects on you, but also on us as a company. With that being said, it's important as an ambassador for our company and brand, and you're posting about our company and brand, we encourage you to promote them. However, if you do post about our company or brand, it is important that you disclose that you are affiliated with the company, and these may not be the opinions of the company, that these are your personal opinions. It's really important because sometimes it can get caught up where people post things about a company and it reflects on the company as that's their policy or that's their belief, and that's not always the case. However you disclose will depend on the platform, but the disclosure should be very clear and in proximity to the message itself. So you can't just put that I'm an employee of St. John's. It needs to be put in there that I'm an employee and these opinions are my opinions. Also, because we are a healthcare facility, we fall under different rules and regulations. Posting confidential information or pictures about a resident is strictly prohibited and may have grave consequences. This would violate the patient's privacy and confidentiality and would lead to a potential HIPAA violation, which could lead up to termination, as well as some legal aspects. Never assume that the content has been deleted or is no longer accessible. Once things get posted on the web, they tend to stay on the web. Even if you try to delete the post or maybe successfully deleted the post, keep in mind that there's a good chance that it may already been shared or retweeted. People tend to retweet and post things, so once it's out there, it's hard to get that taken back. So always keep that in mind. Also, don't assume that all posts, even if private, are accessible only by the intended recipient. The privacy settings may vary from site to site or from friend to friend. Make sure that you often check your privacy settings and see what you're sharing with your friends and what your friends are able to reshare or repost on your behalf. Lastly, I'd just like to say to always remember using common sense when posting. If you think that it may be an inappropriate use, always err on the side of caution. Once it's out on the web, it's out on the web. So if you can keep in mind some of these suggestions for the appropriate use of social media, there won't be much of a problem. Thank you for coming today, and I hope you learned a little bit. Does anybody have any questions?